So Charlie and I are out doing a little bit of squatching, and just thought we'd share it with you. It is Sunday, the 9th of March 2025, and we are out in Menifee County on this pretty secluded Squatch trail. So there's not been, I don't think, any sightings on this particular trail, right? No, nothing on this trail, but lots of sightings in this vicinity.
If you keep going straight, you'll go into the Clifty Wilderness area. That's where Rodney had his encounter on the Travel Channel.
Who are you talking to?
Oh. Is that the camera?
Yes.
Oh. Rodney had an encounter on the Travel Channel this way, Clifty Wilderness. So if you go straight back in there, there was a sighting.
Okay.
The dog pulled me.
So right, as far as you can see there, about, I don't know, what is that, 30, 40 feet, there's a ridge and it drops down behind that pretty significantly. You want to see?
Yeah, let's go in there.
Let's go in there. A little bit off trail. Lots of downed branches from the storms. This past winter we had so much snow and ice, and it's completely devastated some of the forests. Look at all that. Tons of it. Lots of trees down.
I'm going to try something. Watch me try something. Poke the dog. Wait, hook the dog.
I'll take it.
I'm going to try something here. Okay, what's up? Probably got shit on me. Watch.
Holy hell. You be careful with that.
Intimidation. So listen, if they can push trees over to intimidate us, let's try to intimidate them. Maybe we'll have a little confrontation or something.
You're gonna push that tree over? Oh, hold on, because it could be a woodpecker's nest in it.
No. Watch.
Right. Oh God. Whoa.
That's a woodpecker.
There's the woodpecker.
So listen. Just listen.
Look at that mound. I think it's probably where a tree's come down previously. But all through this area there are native burial grounds. A good friend of ours, Jay Keating, has got a significant amount of land in Menifee County, really close to here, and we once held an expedition out on his property. He's got lots of Bigfoot activity out there. He's also got multiple native burial ground sites, some of which have still got bones in them.
So this is a tree. If you look at it,
Yeah.
there's a divot here.
Here's the tree.
There's the old tree. And then on this side there's a divot. You can see the divot.
Yeah.
So this is not a burial mound, it's a root ball, an old root ball. The tree had fallen, but it's old.
That's the tree. Not Angelo, but some of them do look like this, but this is not one of those. And there's several of them, but this incline goes pretty far down. What? Sounded like a whoop.
That was a vocal.
Anyway, super squatchy out here. If anything wanted to build a den, it would be very easy to do with all this downed foliage. It's a bit of a game trail. Okay, so we think we got a vocal there. It did definitely sound like a whoop. This was a bit of an ad hoc, unexpected session that we're doing here, so we weren't very well prepared. We didn't bring any mics with us or a knocker, but given that we're in such a squatchy area, we figured that we'd give it a shot, and so we may have got something there. I don't know. We're going to go a little bit further down this trail, and as soon as we find a suitable tree, we're going to try a couple of tree knocks. So let's see what we can find. Oh, let's check this area out. Looks like somebody camped here. Looks like they set the fire up too. Ready? That was a strange sound.
Those are people.
sounded like people, but there's nobody around here. Let's try this way. These trees. Plenty of cover for anything that wanted to hide out here. I think this is a bit of a trail. We found a scent of something. Had to drown it. Looks like this is probably a game trail. Do you want to just sit and listen for a minute? Do you want to just sit and listen for a minute? Yeah. Not the best idea either, these dead leaves. Let's try and go a bit further. Feels a bit creepy that way. Okay. Alright, so it's actually not the best environment for us to sit and listen out here, just because, as you can see, there are so many dead leaves and our dogs do not want to sit quietly. They're just rustling around, so we're going to start heading back. But one of the reasons why we ended up out in this area is because we had an interaction with a guy not too long ago, just an hour or so ago, that told us a little bit about a sighting very close to here. Charlie's going to tell you about it, so if I pan over to Charlie.
Well, basically, the guy has a Bigfoot cutout in his yard. So whenever we see a Bigfoot cutout in someone's yard, we try to stop and ask, did you have a sighting? Or you're just an enthusiast? And he did not have a sighting, but he did tell us about a guy that he knows.
Here, take the camera.
A friend of a friend. Two guys had a Bigfoot sighting out here about 3 years ago. We don't know the details. All we know is it was fairly recent. And if you keep going on this trail where we are, if you go back there, this is the Clifty Wilderness area where there's been many sightings. One of the more famous sightings was Rodney's sighting, which is also on the Travel Channel, where 3 men were camping down by Swift Camp Creek. And they saw a Bigfoot that night. So we're the backside of the Clifty Wilderness in the Red River Gorge. And now we just spoke to a local who told us he knows somebody that has had, or two people, both saw a Bigfoot 3 miles from here. So we decided to come out here. We actually, I pushed an old tree over, which she'll show you, and then I made a whoop, and we got a vocal back. Can't say for certain if it was a whoop or not, but something made a vocal back to us. So that was promising.
So that recent sighting, the one that we just picked up, that was just 3 years ago?
Yes, but we don't know the details of it. So we got to talk to that witness. I don't like to talk secondhand reports. I like to talk directly to the witness. That way I could determine whether it's credible or not. So it's not going to go in our database or anywhere until I speak to the witness directly. That's it.
Something to work on.
Yeah.
Kentucky Bigfoot Research Organization.